Good morning. So it is Saturday the 28th, and this is going to be a weekend of Ironman training with me. Now, my weekends are probably a little bit different to most people, I should say, because I work on the weekends. So my main day off is a Wednesday. I work 6 days. That's like what it currently needs to be in terms of like my involvement in the business and just like with how I can stretch things out across the week. It is still a working day for me, but the advantage of the work that I do is I can kind of start as and when I need. So I normally start when we have the baby, and then we start in the like around 2 o'clock, but I work until like 9 o'clock, so it's still like a long ass day. It's just Freya, she then works like in the morning while I'm looking after the baby, and that's like the time that I get to spend with the baby, and then like the occasional bits throughout the day, like when I'm having a little, let's say 30-minute break in between like work blocks. So this weekend we've got 2 swims to do and we have got 1 cycle. I normally wouldn't have swims back to back. It's just in Dubai this week, it was raining all week. My community that I live in, we have a pool, which is free because it's just part of the community that you're in. So I haven't ventured out and found anywhere else for swimming, and it's like a 25-meter pool, so it's not like horrendous. It's just when it rains, they obviously have to shut the pool because they shut it for weather reasons, as it's outdoors. That's why, as today it's nice and sunny and tomorrow it's nice and sunny, I've just had to move them across all week, and I was taking it day by day, and this is like the first morning that I can go out and get a swim in. So we've got a swim today, we've got a cycle and a swim tomorrow. So I want to take my bike out into the desert. Like there's a cycling track. I was contemplating doing it this morning, but then I've got to pump the tyres up. So I've kind of just been like, right, we'll just first figure out how to pump the tyres up. I've got a pump, but it's not like a normal bike one that I've had before, like the holes where you fill it up. So I've got to figure that out. So we'll do that tomorrow, and you'll be able to come along for that. Having 2 scoops of High Five, which is 44 grams of carbs before the swim, and it's got some pre-workout in it, just because I ain't gonna lie, got a little bit of a caffeine addiction at the moment. So we're gonna have that, gonna do a swim. If I can capture stuff while I'm swimming, I will. It's just living in like an Arab country, they don't like as much filming in public, so I've just got to be a little bit more respectful. I could probably capture a few things on my phone when I'm actually in the pool, because I can just stick it the other way around, but it's not going to be great for capturing content. The biggest thing that I just wanted to show was just like how a weekend looks in terms of training. There will be some other things like leg recovery as well that I need to do, just because I've had a knee injury since the start of the year. Just getting back into running, which I'm super excited for as well. The Ironman is booked, so it's the 5th of December, which is in Oman, so that's like the country next to the UAE. Gonna be exciting as we build up for that. Gonna finish this and then we will get to the pool. Okay, so it's absolutely freezing in this pool. I don't think they put the heat in. I don't think they put the, what is it? Yeah, the heating on. It is the hardest thing to get into, but now I'm in. It's fine. My toes are a little bit numb at the moment, but let's get into this swim. Gonna do just a few normal lengths, and then we've got like some drills to do. I won't be able to capture it all just because the lifeguard's not here. It's quite a little bit of a benefit at the moment, but I imagine he'll be showing up soon. Bit weird the lifeguard not being here and I'm in the pool. Normally they don't let anyone in, but there's like facility managers here and they haven't said anything, so I assume it's okay. But yeah. Okay, so we're back. That is the swim done. Let me just grab my phone and we can kind of just run through what I did, the sets. So if you ever want to copy it, there is the opportunity for that. It said we did a little bit further, but it didn't actually pick up 4 lengths. So I feel like it's put it through as further, but it did pick it up, but it wasn't picking up on my watch, if that makes sense. I did 1,150, but on here it says 1,225. Let's kind of run through it. Warm up was 2 times 100 meters with fins. They're the things that go on your feet, obviously. And then 2 times 50 meters with the kick board and fins as well. So that's the warm up. Then we did some technique, which was 2 times 50 catch-up drills, 2 times 50 fist drills, and then 2 times 50 finger drags. And then the main set was 3 times 50 with the pull buoy and paddles, 3 times 50 as 25 easy, 25 hard, 3 times 50 with pull, which was an easy, and then 2 times 50 with a pull, which was easy as the cool down. So basically 5 round, like 250 meters of pull easy to end it. So yeah, not sure why it didn't pick up, but it also said I only did 25 minutes, but on my watch it said I did longer, so I'm not really too sure. But I know I did all of the sets that I said. So even if it doesn't pick up properly on the watch, I know what I'm doing, and I'm not like kind of cheating the system too, because obviously when it comes to the Ironman, when it comes to the swimming, it's gonna show if I haven't actually done it. Now we're gonna have breakfast, which is just gonna be the protein oats, which is on the last video of what I eat basically every day. That doesn't change. Some days, like last week, I didn't really have breakfast, so I had like 2 bigger meals. I wasn't really in the breakfast mood, but I'm starving today, so we're gonna get that in. And then I'm gonna figure out how to sort my bike out, just in terms of like pumping up the tires, because if I've brought the wrong pump, I need to get one ordered and delivered today, so I can get that set up. So I will catch you tomorrow for the cycle. I'm pretty much think I'm gonna bring you with me on the journey. I don't know how I'll record. So currently I've got you on the end of a tripod, so I could cycle like this. It looks a lot further out, or it will be just like handheld, just out like this. I've not really figured that out. I'll bring my phone as well, just so we've got both options. But that'll be my first ever cycle outdoors, so it'll be an exciting one. I'll put some videos of me clipping in before we jump in tomorrow. So I am gonna have breakfast now, and I'll catch you tomorrow for the beginning of the cycle. Good morning. So today we are doing our first outdoor cycle ever. Got the bike in the back there. Just driving down to the track. So where I live, actually, there is about 100 and something K worth of bike track that goes like right into the desert. I'm excited to use it because I just haven't used it at all since we've moved here, and we've been here what, November, December, January, February, end of March, so 5 months, and I haven't actually gone out and used it yet. So we'll be able to experience it, and I'm going to try and get out probably, I would like to say, once a week. I think there's a lot of use in outdoor cycles with being able to just, you know, be outside where there's different factors like wind, like the wind and all that stuff. Whereas indoors, there's not. But the good thing about indoors is like when I've got hit certain powers, it's on a machine, so it's like I know that I'm going to be hitting it. But we're gonna get there now. We're gonna have some carbs. I've got some frozen carbs because I thought, oh, it might be boiling hot, so when I cycle round, like for the last hour, they might be melted. I don't think that's going to be the case. I don't think they'll get as hot as I thought they were going to be, but the thought process was there. If I don't have them, they'll be just saved for another day. So once I'm on the bike, I'll probably pick this up. I brought a mic with me so I can talk a little bit. It just depends on how confident I am, but first cycle about to go down. Super excited for it. So I'll catch you on the cycle.
So we're about, I don't know how well you can hear me, I've got a mic on, but we're about 50 minutes in. We've done 15k. I'm telling you, I've been going all uphill the whole way. Like, this is kind of like the view. Pretty nice. But we're going uphill the whole way. Anyway, I really wish I didn't have this call at 10. I think it's 10, the clocks have changed in the UK. Yeah, I really wish I didn't have this call, but, you know, because I'm enjoying being out here, but I feel like I'd end up doing like 4 or 5 hours and I'd be fucked after. Also, every single person's overtaken me. There's some absolute beasts out here. That'll be me one day. Let's keep pushing on, keep grinding. So, about 30k in now, on the way back. I think I'm probably going to be doing about 45k overall, maybe a bit more, which I'm happy with. Basically the first cycle out. So, you know, got 8.5 months left till the Ironman Oman. So we'd have the big ass grind. But this has made me feel really good because this is, I wasn't dreading the cycle, there's more the distance. But if I can go out and do 45, 50k, I know obviously I've got to do like 120 more, 130 more, but it's a start, isn't it? Next week we could try and do 60. Week after that, won't do anything because I'm in the UK. But we're building up now. Someone done this. So I'll meet you back at the car.
Okay, that was the cycle done. So we managed to get, I did 42k in around 2 hours, which is great. I'm super happy with that. I've just got to now do that 42, 84, 168, basically 4.5 more times when it comes to the actual marathon, the actual Ironman. It was actually 41. So 2 hours, 3 minutes, 41.14k. Average pace was 1994. Was my longest ride ever. There's another little win there. I was meant to do like certain pops, but I was just going out for the ride. I'll tell my coach that when he goes over, because that was my first time going out on the cycle. I'm not gonna get to do the swim today, and I didn't realize my lower back, my upper back and my neck are so tender from that cycle. I don't know why, but I've never, like, I feel so stiff. So I thought, you know, let's give it a rest. I've got to go and do upper body tomorrow at the gym. And then next week's kind of looking like we have the gym, then we have run on Tuesday, cycle on Wednesday, swim on Thursday, run on Friday, cycle and swim on Saturday. So it means that I've given myself a little bit of a break until we go to the swimming, because swimming is the one thing that I need to get better at, and it's, in my opinion, the hardest one to do. Just taking that little bit of time off will allow my body to recover much better, which means we will be able to perform better. That's the theory. I am gonna basically wrap this up now. It's been a good weekend of training. Next week, we'll show more about how the week goes. I'll probably do a full week of training and try and cover as much as possible. You know, gym workouts, it might be a slightly longer video, but one of the biggest things that I've done is I've started to, so I have a diary. I use it, some days I use it, some days I don't. Like, look at it like this, not used at all. But what I've started to do over the past couple of days is I'll sit down and I'll write things down in kind of like they're categories. So I've got training, I've got a mental side of things, I've got work, and then I've got content if I need to do any content, and then obviously if I have any calls as well, that goes in a different section. And I'm so much more productive with it, which is great. So all I've really got left to do, which is take my morning supplements, which is one thing that I forgot to do. Actually, no, I did take them. I just forgot to cross it off, which is great. Sometimes I take it, sometimes I don't, so I thought I'd put it in. So I've just got to do some daily stretching, and then I've got a little bit of reading to do, so I'm starting this book, which is The Psychology of Money, edit this YouTube video, and then that's basically it. I'm just going to sit and play around on Claude until probably bedtime. Like, I'll get the book read, do my stretches, edit this video, and then I'll be sat playing on Claude. So what an exciting night for a Sunday. But thank you so much for watching, and obviously next week it'll be a full week of training for you.